Alright, what's up guys? This is Zeus, and I'll be showing you guys a setting guide, like a setting tutorial for CVR. So I'm gonna cover the basics, like my builds that I use, which builds do I use, what do I recommend, and powers to run, and just how to like kind of dictate the game, you know what I mean? Alright, so for the first thing we're going to talk about is builds. I'm running athletic precision setter at 6'2". I don't usually run short heights because sometimes like if someone receives the ball and it's like going over, like sometimes you can't really get that at 6'2", or at shorter heights you can't get the balls that are like kind of gonna fly over like that, especially from like a receive from back here. Like 6'2" can't get that, but when I run like my 6'10" or my 6'9" to 6'11", or like sometimes even 7 foot, I get those, and it's really easy to set the ball at a higher level, like at a higher height when you peak it, and it's easier to green time. That's why I use precision as well. It's easier to make your like spikers green time the ball, and it's like bullseye. Yes, it's pretty good if you wanna like go insta quick 5 down. But like with the 5 down insta quick, like you could also hit the ball at like low. Like if I try to spike the ball like too low, you see what I mean? So that's why I run precision setter, and most of like my team plays are like a tap, or like it's kind of like away from me, so they could still green time it and hit it quick at the same time. You know what I mean? Obviously, like height is preference. Like some people like shorter builds, like 6'3". What I find is blocking obviously is a big challenge for shorter heights, because you won't be able to get that high at the antenna, and like most middles or like most spikers could hit like 3.7, and you can't really hit that high or block that high with 6'2" or like shorter heights. So blocking is one thing, as well as I'm like an aggressive setter. So like if I receive first ball, I usually tell my oppo or whoever has the next touch to set either 2J antenna like that, or 2JX from back row. So like with taller heights, I could come in and just like, you know, go crazy. Here like I'm hitting 3.29 from back row, you know what I mean? And it's not ideal for me, but like when I was on like my taller builds, I'd hit like 3.6 from back row, and it's way easier for me to be aggressive as a setter at the taller heights. Athletic, honestly, it's good all around for every height. Like I have 13 stamina at 6'2", and I'm like really speedy. Like I can move around the court really fast. So like if I'm using like 7 foot, I have +1 stamina, so I have 10 stamina plus all the other like the other perks that it has. So that's pretty good. That's why I low-key use it. But you could use bounce. If you're gonna use bounce, use around like 6'5" to 6'10". Is probably what I used to run when I went bounce. Keep precision setter, or bullseye, but I recommend precision setter. So if I'm gonna give you guys a build to run, it's athletic 6'9", or bounce 6'5" to 6'10". That's honestly what I would recommend. So yeah. Alright, so if you came from a different like volleyball game, like BVL, or like other like type of 5-1 games, so you probably seen these type of sets, like 7-up, or like 7 tempo, or like 8, like different type of sets like this, you know what I mean? Like so this type of setting it's like the standard, you know what I mean? Like everyone sets like this. Even if they're new, they're like, okay, how do I set? They jump, blah blah blah. All right. For like more advanced setting, most people use setter mode. Okay, that's what I use especially. It gets some time to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's like really easy to. It's like second nature to you. You know, like your first instinct is to press your setter mode button and then go set the ball. All right, setter mode works like if I'm aiming straight down, the ball is gonna go. Like I'll use 15 power for instance. The ball is gonna go straight down. If I aim more and more on an angle, the ball is gonna go to where I'm looking. You know what I mean? So if I'm aiming, like if I'm going for like a tempo, I'll look up. You know, so like I'll look kind of higher, and the ball will go like a tempo. You see what I'm talking about? And this really works like in first person, even though this game's not a first person game. If I'm looking at the antenna with my cursor, like the ball is gonna go to go to the antenna. You see what I mean? So how to get used to it? Honestly, it's just a bunch of reps. If you're if you start playing pickups, always call for a setter position, and then from there just get used to setting. They're gonna ask for powers in chat. So they'll be like, in team chat they'll be like, oh, give me 6 up. Okay, so you're gonna go on setter mode. You're gonna look a little bit higher than you would usually, and set the ball up tilt like that. And if someone asks for 5 up, like that, you see where it lands. It lands. I don't know why I got disconnected, but like that, it goes up this high and lands there. That would be equivalent to a 6 up. So whatever power that you want to use for your normal no setter mode, just up the power by 1. But if someone's asking for a 9J, just set an actual normal 9J, because you don't want a 10J. If someone asks for example, some people ask for 12Js. You don't want to set them a 13J. You know what I mean? So if they're asking for a quick, just set them the actual power. And don't look straight like this, because the ball's gonna drop. You see how it starts off fine and it just drops. So make sure you aim a bit higher, so it has a consistent loop. You see, this is example of a bad set. This is example of a good set. You see how it kind of peaks right here, and then it starts dying out right on the antenna, where it's the latest you could hit the ball. Let me just disconnect this. Right. Yeah. So then they could glide it and they'll hit it at the peak right here. So that's setter. That's most of setter mode. And good thing with setter mode is I could look over here and set oppo, or I could look over here and set outside. I could set middle without even looking at them. If I'm here, I could just toss it behind my back, or I could example, I'm looking here and I could set there. That's a good thing about setter mode, is that you can move around with it, you know? You could be very versatile with it. You could jump here and then set it there, or you could set a cannon behind your back. That's what I like about setter mode. This one thing you could do is if you go on bots and go to receiver, you could just copy these settings right here. Pause it and screenshot it if you want. All you do is just go on setter mode, set the ball into the receiver bot, and it will come here, and you can just practice moving around, setting different powers. If my oppo wants a 6J, set him a 6J. If your middle wants a tap, which is a 3 down, set it to tap. Honestly, just this is just good practice to get used to setter mode, and just check it always, make sure it sets always good. Because some outsides want a tempo. Let's say they want a tempo and you set the tempo like this. That's just a J. If you're delaying it too much, the set's gonna go lower. You know what I mean? If I'm delaying it all the way to the ground, see how low it is? Compared to if I delay it like this, and I look higher and delay it, it will go more of a tempo. So if you're gonna delay it, just look a bit higher than you usually do it. Like that. That peaks basically at antenna, but you could also you don't have to delay it. It's at taller heights, don't really delay it, because you're already hitting it at its peak, so it's just gonna go flat. So it's gonna be a high quick. But if you're shorter, add a little bit of delay, like a small delay. So if I'm looking here, tiny delay, so it just goes a bit higher. But no, just practice around, move around, set bots. You could also spawn here and then come here and set there, spawn in the middle of the court, go there. If you don't want to set up your bots and you just don't know how to, just spawn around, set the ball. Make sure you're always trying to get as accurate. That's a bad set. Try to get as accurate as you can. So try to look at the antenna. You gotta look at the antenna at the pole area right here. You want to look right here always. Same on the other side. You want to look here, where I'm standing. So if you're setting the ball from here, you set it towards the antenna. You know what I mean? All right, for this segment, we're gonna do how to dictate the game, because every team has 6 players. You have 2 outsides, you have 2 middles, and you have a setter and oppo. Okay, so obviously your scoring numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 options to score. But in order to like kind of like be more aggressive and like make the other team not know who's gonna hit the ball, is you have to be another option as well. Like what I do is, if the ball's like anything like here, like I'm just gonna dump it with 15 power, like this, or like I'm gonna like look at pipe, set it there. I'm gonna fake ape it. Like sometimes I'll go like this and I'll just dump it over here, because people are gonna look at me, be like, okay, he's gonna jump and ape it, so they're gonna like come here, you know. So everyone's gonna shift over. So I'm out of stamina. So this right here, this dump is gonna be wide open. You're gonna go here and just dump it. So that's another thing you could do. If example, sometimes the receive is gonna be like right here in the middle of the court. Okay, so you could kind of just like hit it down, because there is some like sort of delay, not delay, but like a debuff when you spike. It's kind of slower. So like let me just add like put the ball like a little bit higher power, and let's say I do that, I could like ape it. Oh, but like my apes are gonna be a lot slower, but they will go low. They'll go pretty low, but the apes are gonna be slower. So you have to be smart with it. Like don't ape far, because if you ape far, it's gonna be like more time for them to react. So you want to aim like spots like short, like right here. You want to aim no tilt over there, like far corner, like there. You just gotta see where the defense stands, you know. Like so like if you're just waiting and then like randomly flick, like if I'm here, just go like this, they won't expect it as much as like if I'm like running around coming to ape like that. You know, like if it looks obvious that I'm gonna ape the ball, it's probably obvious that I'm gonna ape the ball. So what you could do is just like don't like move and then just randomly flick on and just spike it over. That's what I do sometimes. Like I'll show some clips. You could definitely like just be you have to be an option, and when you receive, low-key demand the ball. Like I don't demand it always, but like I want to get set because I know I could score. So once you're like comfortable with aping, like you just score every single one of like your like sets. So like you get first touch, your oppo, your lib gives you a ball, and you just go score. Honestly, first rotation of the game is gonna be you. So let's say you guys start with serve. All right, you go serve here, do your spin, blah blah blah, and you get the ball over. Then let's say they receive it. Okay, come right here. This is where you stand on this line, because if you stay here, they could low-key kind of like they could hit. Like if they ape it, they could hit the ball really short, you know. And if you're standing back here, the ball's gonna land right here. You won't have time. So I recommend standing up here, because you could still get this area if you just move back a little bit, you know, or like tilt your camera. You could get mid tilts. Okay, so what I do is I stand here, and let's say they set oppo, I move here, like right here, because sometimes oppos, if they're front row, they're gonna go like this. They're gonna try to hit a deep cut right here. So if you're here, you could cover this, and let's say my middle gets tooled and the ball goes here, you could go like this and just come and dive it. That's where I stand for oppo. I usually stand here. But if they're taking like an up tilt, which is really rare, like you just stand on Pandora here, because your outside either is gonna be blocking or he's gonna be standing right here. So you stand right next to him in case they in case they hit right here. So you're here for your receive. For middle, honestly, example, my middle is glide blocking like this, so they're gonna end up like here, they're end up gonna be like somewhere over here. So I move over here. So I don't play behind the block, I play around the block. So if my middle is just jumping like this, I'm gonna come here, because my oppo has this right here. My oppo has a deep cut, so I have right here. But if my middle is going like this, I'm gonna move over here. So I have to cover all of this space, and then my middle has my outside has this right here. So I'm right here. And if they set oppo, so if they set outside, my oppo is gonna be here, either receiving or blocking, and I'm just gonna be right here, or sometimes right here. So around this area. So I have to cover all of this. And let's say they set the middle, and the middle loves to hit mid longs. All middles hit mid longs. All right, so they set middle, they hit mid longs. I usually I trust my middle, So I let them block like this area, and I come stand like right in the mid longs area, like in the mid. So if they hit a mid tilt, I'm on that. If they hit a mid long, I can dive that. You know what I mean? Like, I just read the tilt. So if the middle is kind of going like this, he's gonna long tilt it. If he's like holding his tilt to the right or the left, depending on his hand, he's gonna long tilt it. But if he's like kind of going like this, like if he's like kind of like not moving his like character, he's gonna hit a mid tilt. You see, like if I'm going like this, mid tilt compared to if I long, if I hold my tilt. So I stand like here. So I look at the spiker. If he's gonna mid tilt, I got it. If he's gonna long tilt, I just move back or I dive. Front core defense. Let's say they set the middle. Let's say they set the middle like this. Okay, the middle has the option to hit here. So my middle is gonna be blocking right here, and I'm gonna get the shortcut, deep cut like this. That's just a free receive. I'm gonna cover all of this. You see how the spiker is aiming? If he's aiming more here, come here, tool, you dive. Here, they wipe, you run back like this. Like you just have to read how the spiker, where the spiker's looking. Make sure you look at their non-dominant hand. So I'm left-handed. Look at the right hand. So if I'm aiming there, you see my right hand is aiming there. It's pointing, so you spike where, like you run to where they're pointing. You're here. Okay. Let's say they set outside, quick jump right here, on in the middle of the X and Pandora like this. And if it's an up tilt, you just block it. You can block more of the line. Here, it's like you kind of give them like a slither of line. So if they do hit line, they hit antenna. So you give them a little line and you kind of like tilt in. So like you, I don't know, like you kind of have to like, because they changed the rules, so you can't tilt over and reach. So you kind of have to like time the block. So you gotta watch out for that. So give them like a little line, and if they set oppo, I just move over here. Like I move closer here, because my middle is gonna be blocking like this. Like they're gonna run in and block like that. So let's say they hit a deep cross like this. I'm gonna be on it like this. Like I'm gonna be here, so I could cover that. And if they're taking like a cook and they like to hit short, either I dive or I trust that my oppo or lib will be here to cover that. So yeah, anyways, that would be it for today's video, like the guide. If there's any other guides you guys want to know, just let me know. I could get it set up. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys.